Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pastrami Nation, the meat of pulp culture. My name is Eddie, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Night Clerk. The Night Clerk was released on February 21st, 2020. It stars Ty Sheridan, an actor who was in um, Ready Player One. He's also Cyclops from the X-Men franchise. It also has Ana de Armas. Anna was in Blade Runner 2049. She was also in Knives Out, which was also released this year. She's a new up and coming actress, very good actress, very beautiful woman. Um, John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo was in Spawn. He was in Romeo and Juliet, um, the Ice Age franchise, Carlitos Way, amongst many other films. He's a great actor, well known for his performances. He's done a awesome stand up. Um, and last but not least, it also stars Helen Hunt. Helen Hunt won an Oscar for As Good as It Gets. She won a Golden Globe for Mad About You. As a matter of fact, that's how she got her start. Was on the television show Mad About You. She goes way back. Uh, Girls Just Want to Have Fun in the 80s. But Helen Hunt is a very achieved actress. She's also been in Twister. She's done a lot of movies that I enjoy watching. As Good as You Get is as good as it gets. It's a great movie. I love watching that movie. Although she's a little bit dry actress for me, um, but she does a great job. She's a well achieved actress. Um, and then the director is Michael Christopher. Michael has directed Original Sin. As a matter of fact, that was the last movie he directed until he did The Night Clerk. So a long span in between. He's a Pulitzer Prize achiever. He's won a Tony. He's also directed Bonfire of Vanities and many others. So there's your cast. There's your director. Um, with the cast like that, you're expecting a great performance. Um, so let's get into the plot of the movie. So here we go. Ty Sheridan plays Bart. Bart is a young man, 23 years old. He works as a night clerk at a hotel. He works from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. He doesn't get much contact with the people. He's socially awkward. He's very odd. He has Asperger's, which is a form of autism. So uh, yeah, it makes him a bit odd to have a conversation with somebody, to hold a conversation. He doesn't quite get the understanding of having a relationship with people. He has a very odd relationship with his mother, very antisocial, but when he is social, it becomes a bit of a struggle for him and for the person that he's having the conversation with. Um, Says some pretty crude stuff, but it just comes from the top of his head. Um, he he has a bit of a hobby. He enjoys well, he don't enjoy it, but he films people. It's kind of in a creepy way. He puts hidden recorders, video recorders inside hotels. He records their conversations, and he interacts with the video and replays them like if he was in the conversation, or even if he was in the conversation, he records that as well. So a little bit creepy. um, that's part of the whole movie, uh, that he gets into a little trouble. um, he witnesses a crime. The crime gets investigated. Okay. Helen Hunt, the mother, who is an enabler and tries to protect her son and condones a lot of his weird behaviors. He and his mother have a really weird relationship where um, they don't eat dinner together. They communicate through computers. Um, excuse me, he lives on in the basement of the home, and she lives upstairs. She feeds him by knocking on his door. He comes and gets his plate, eats on the sofa, and is it's kind of like a little apartment in the basement, and that's where he views a lot of uh, the recordings that he films. Um, he uh, has multiple screens. He also uses a laptop. He uses his laptop at work. Very odd character. He, Ty plays that character very well. Um, that's one thing that I like about this movie is that Ty is a very good actor, and he achieved the role of Bart. Now, Helen Hunt, I don't know, um, being the actress that she is, the character, she not a ditzy mother, but uh, just disengaged with society. Um, the protecting of her son, kind of acting naive. Um, uh, she didn't have a good role in this movie. The role was the dialogue in this movie is it's not there. John Leguizamo, playing a detective, stumbles upon a crime that he witnesses Bart is now a part of because Bart witnessed a video that was a live feed, and he went to go help the the victim, and the crime was committed. The detective showed up. Bart was in the room at the hotel, and the detective automatically suspected that Bart either had something to do with it and knows who did it, or he was the suspect. He was the prime suspect in this crime. And without proof, the detective would follow him around and kind of hid, kind of like knocked on the door. His mother would be upset because the detective is getting into Bart's business. She protects Bart. Um, yeah, the role of the role of the detective that John Leguizamo plays, um, again, um, not great, not a great role. Uh, Not really a Barney Fife type role, but like a fast gum chewing kind of like, uh, you know, one of those actors, one of those characters that thinks he knows what's going on, but really doesn't. And for him to spend that much time on this case as he does, it's like uh, the detective work really sucked um, in this movie. This movie is a very predictable movie. When I watched it, I pretty much predicted scenes. Now Anna Diamas, she plays kind of a seductive femme fatale type of female. She kind of seduces Bart. Um, they kind of have this awkward relationship that was it, their relationship wasn't natural. It was kind of forced in their acting abilities. Um, there was no chemistry in this movie at all, and some of the scenes didn't need to be there. Uh, there's a lot of scenes in the car, a lot of scenes of him eating ice cream. In the car, there's some dialogue, but it was very bland dialogue. I like movies with real rich dialogue, um, dialogue that makes sense for the movie. Uh, but this movie kind of just went along, and as you're watching it, you kind of know what's going to happen, and you pretty much have the ending figured out as you're watching this movie. um, the director, I think, coming from his background and what he's achieved in the past, really missed the mark on this movie. um, if I was to compare this to a movie, um, I would say it was trying to be like a Rear Window. Uh, um, The Rear Window was, I believe, 1954 from Alfred Hitchcock. He directed it, starring Jimmy Stewart and Grace Kelly. Um, Sort of the same thing where he was forced into a wheelchair because he had a leg injury. He was a photographer and he was kind of like spying on the situation across the way into a window and kind of taking pictures. And there was a missing woman, a woman that ended up being missing. Kind of the same situation. Now, Alfred Hitchcock, he won an Oscar for Best Director. That film itself won a few Oscars, I think 4 or 5 Oscars. But this movie was nothing like a Rear Window. It was that sort of movie that was trying to be very suspenseful, very thrilling. Um, it didn't capture that aspect of from me. Um, what I did like about this movie, however, was the acting by Ty Sheridan, playing Bart as a victim, or not victim, but somebody that has Asperger. Uh, uh, he did a spot on job. If you know somebody that has Asperger or autism, they don't look people in the eyes. They don't really care about feelings. So what they say, they don't say things on purposely to offend you, but they say some offending things, and without any remorse. Um, it's part of their character. Um, Ty Sheridan hit that aspect of the character. He did a very good job as an actor, and that's what drew me to the movie. That's what kept me in the movie. This is an entertaining movie. Don't get me wrong. I was entertained. I went. I watched the entire movie. Pretty much what I expected to happen did happen. Pretty much the ending was resolved the way I kind of thought it would be. Um, but the movie, all in all, was uh, a little bit flat. But during this quarantine, we're looking for something to watch. I think I would recommend this movie because of the acting of Ty Sheridan and because of that character Bart. Um, I would recommend it. Um, if I were to rate this movie, I'd rate it 2.5 pastrami nation heads um, out of 5. Um, uh, Being said, um, it's a Netflix movie, a quarantine movie. It can be entertaining most of the time, and it's kind of fun when you figure things out. But a lot of times you want a twist. Now, this movie did have twists, although um, it didn't hit. So, being said, I give it a 2.5 pastrami nations heads. Um, You could catch it on Netflix. It was released in February 2020 this year. So check it out. Um, that's about it. I'm Eddie. This is Pastrami Nation. The movie was The Night Clerk. Check it out, and I will see you later. A review from me to you. Have a good day.